Hey Scrubbers, it's Vanessa here, and today I have a layout share. I have a few layouts that I can't show you yet because they're going to be on the channel tomorrow, and I will show you my Kit layouts on the 1st when I show you my new kit for April. So what I thought I would show you is the other layouts that I completed this month. Most of these have a process video, so I'm just going to show them to you quickly, and if you want to see the whole process, you can skip back on my channel for this month and find the video for the layout. The ones on the very bottom are ones I created for the Secret Not Secret Kit Club party for the month of March, and so those don't have videos, so I'll talk about those a little bit more. The rest of these, I'm going to go through them really quick. I'll try to tell you what they were for, whether they were for 30 Days of Sketches or She's Crafty's class that she was doing, and then a few other hops. So this first one, this was one from the She's Crafty mini paper pad class that she put on, so I have this one. So again, these all have videos, so I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on them. And obviously this was using a 6x6 from Simple Stories, and I did some stamping with the hexagons for this one. This next one is also from the She's Crafty. These were the two layouts I think we had left to do in the month of March, and so this was the other one that I completed. So super cute little one here with all the stickers down the side, and then this was just using a whole lot of leftover paper strips from some of the pattern papers from that Paige Evans collection, I believe this one was. So super cute. Again, there's a video for this one. This one here was I think this was my first design team page for the month of March for the Redefined Creative Design Team, and so I scrapped the design team photo with everyone on it. Fussy cut a whole lot of florals, so a lot of my favorite things with the fussy cutting and the florals, and then the design team picture. So this was a fun layout to put together, and this was obviously using inspiration from one of the classes from Christina. This other one, I think I actually created this one back in February, but I don't know that I showed it in my share, so if I did, I apologize. But this was, again, this was for the Redefined Creative, where the team just got together. At least I think that's what this one was for. We just got together and did sort of I forget what the theme of this was, but there is a process video for this one, and I was playing along with one of the challenges from the scrap party, where it was to take book paper and to stencil on or add something to a book page, and so that's what I was doing here, and that cute little picture of my son. I will add some journaling to this tag, which actually pulls out. This one here is also for the Redesigned Creative Design Team. This was a layout I created highlighting from one of the classes, creating a hidden pocket. And again, like I was saying on the video, I could have made more and kept this flipping up. You just add the same concept over and over again to create those flips. And just some fun layering, beautiful picture of the mountains. And I really love how this one turned out. Again, all of these florals are fussy cut, so more of my favorite thing. So there's that one with my little flip. This one here was the layout I created for the March All About the Mouse hop, which is a Disney hop that we do once a month. I'm hoping I'll have a video for April, fingers crossed. But this was the one I created for the month of March, and we were scrapbooking Star Wars related, so I have a Star Wars picture, and then I created all these gears on my silhouette, and then I did some mixed media on the gears to kind of make them work with my photo, and use a whole bunch of shimmers and some different wet medium to paint them all up. And so this is a really fun one. I always love a blue and orange combination, so this was a fun page for sure. And of course, pictures from Disney are always awesome. So there is a video for this. This is the one that would have been out on the 1st of March if you're looking for it. This one here as well was for the Redefine Creative. I think this was for the 9th when we're calling it Redefine Creative Day. I think. If not, it was for one of my design team pages, but I'm pretty sure this was for the 9th. And I am scrapping some princess photos. All of these are fussy. They're all digital prints that I print and cut. I fussy cut all of these florals. They are florals in this book. They're all from a Maggie Holmes collection. I think this was from the Marigold or her other one that was similar to Marigold. But anyway, these all came from one of her collections. I have this really awesome acrylic Mickey head. Super fun. I like this one. Did a little bit of easy mixed media in the background. This layout here is for the Confessions of a Paper Addict design team, or not design team, birthday hop. And so we all had the cut files that were sent, and so we picked our favorites, and I created this layout using the penguin, and I of course covered him in sequins, and then I have some glitter glaze, which is hard to see on camera, but if you feel that, it's very bumpy and textured, and it is super sparkly when you are looking at it in person. And I have all the sequins that I glued into the balloons and into his hat, and then scrapped some photos of my daughter. So there's that one. So of course there is a video for this one. This one was for the telephone hop, and I was first in line, so I created the layout and then passed it on to Katie, who went down through the line, and so that was always a fun hop to participate in, and it was fun to be the first person to create the layout and then see what it looked like at the end. So you can definitely go back on my channel, check out the telephone hop, and go through and check out everyone who played along. It was a super fun one. I'm not sure if we're going to do it again. We did it a couple of times last year. We'll see if it pops up again here this year. So again, this is another picture from Disney of my husband and my daughter, and I fussy cut part of my title here that I did some sort of paint effect, doing a gradation of the color, so that was a fun one. This layout here was my most recent video, which was the 29th, and this was following along with Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life and her 30 days of sketches. So I want to say most of the rest of these should be tied with the 30 days of sketches, except for I think my Christmas layout. That's the only one. So again, this is for sketch number 29 of the 30 days of sketches. So I have this fun one, and all of the ones that I put together for 30 days of sketches were using page kits that I actually put together back in January when we were doing Baby Got Scraps, and I ended up not making the layouts back in January, and so I carried them through and used them for 30 days of sketches. So this one is using a Simple Stories. I have this one here, and this was mostly, I think, crepe paper papers that I'm using in the background for this one. Lots of fussy cut from some pattern papers from Vicki Boutin, and I want to say that might have been, I'm not sure, an October afternoon maybe? So just a fun one. I have a little mixed media in the background. This is again a 30 days of sketches. I'm not sure which day. I think it was the 27th, but don't quote me. I can't guarantee I'm going to know the rest of the days for these, but they are, again, like I said, 30 days of sketches. I have this layout here of my son, and my favorite part of this is these cute little monsters that I added to the embellishment clusters, especially this one here with the teeth and the eyes on the camera is hilarious. So yeah, this was a fun one, just using really, really old supplies and just getting them used up and put on a page. So that is always a fun way to get product used up, is doing these sketches. Helps me pull out that older product and get it on pages while I still love it. So again, a fun one. Another 30 days of sketches. This one I was playing definitely with that turquoise and yellow theme. So I love how this one turned out. This had the fun triangles, and I did a little bit of hand stitching on this one. So super fun. Again, a 30 days of sketches. This one definitely feels spring, very summer, spring feeling, light and airy. I had already done this pre-mixed media background, and so I just pulled it to use for the background of this page. And I fussy cut all of these florals. I have some tags. This one I made out of a piece of pattern paper. So another fun one. Lots of using up just bits and pieces on this layout. This one as well is a 30 days of sketches, and I'm documenting my son's Pokemon cake. And this one is using Basic Gray and Kelly Perky. The line I think that she created with them is mostly what the papers for this one is using. So I love that I was able to get some of that used up and on this page. And then it just has a whole bunch of random embellishments from multiple collections, like Simple Stories, Vicky Boutin. I did some stamping. No mixed media on this one, so one of the few. And so I love how that one turned out as well. This one here, another 30 days of sketches. I did some fun mixed media on the background with these stars and some texture paste. So that was fun. I have a huge burlap bow. And then I just played with lots of little stickers and little embellishments for this page. So again, these all have videos, so I'm not going to spend a huge amount of time. I don't want this video to be forever. I am definitely running short on time today. Again, 30 days of sketches. I created this fun stamped and inked background, layered up all of these papers. Most of these are from a old Heidi Swapp collection, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I think so. I have some pink fresh puffy stickers. Just a fun one of my son and my dad. So super fun. Love how that one turned out as well. Here is another one for 30 days with sketches. This one I made this tag and I added some sort of mixed media to the tag itself on both of these tags. Did some stamping and fussy cutting for the butterflies and the leaves. And then I used a cut file from the Creative Cuts Club on this one as well. So lots of older products, and then some homemade pieces with the tags and using a cut file, which I haven't done a whole lot of. So I do like that one. Here is another one from 30 Days of Sketches, and I want to say this was a Laura Whitaker sketch, but I could be wrong. We did a couple with the Wednesdays and Sarah Scraps, Laura Whitaker, so I want to say this might have been one, but I can't remember. Again, lots of using scraps, and I also have some fussy cut cameras and some stamping. So all those things that I've been trying to incorporate on my layouts, I managed to get on this one. Lots of fun sequins made their way to this page as well. Here is my layout for the 25th, which is the day of the month that we scrap or do our Christmas hop. And so I used my hip kit for this one. So this is not following the sketch for the 25th. I just created a layout basically just using my supplies from the hip kit for my Christmas layout, and I do love how it turned out. It's got the sort of classic Christmas colors and this cute little penguin, so he is super cute. And just lots of fun embellishment pieces that I pulled out from that hip kit. So again, that also has a video. Now these last, 5 give or take, layouts. These do not have any process videos, so I will show them to you a little bit more. And these I created for the Secret Not Secret Kit Club March party, which was carnival themed. And so this one was to take inspiration. I think it was to take inspiration from one of your favorite carnival rides. And in this case, I used to always love to ride the carousel, or not the carousel, the tilt-a-whirl when I was a kid. And so I have this picture of the tilt-a-whirl at our fair. And so I took inspiration from that, and kind of the tilt-a-whirl, the tops are kind of remind me of scallops, and so I used that as my inspiration. So that was why I pulled this cut file that I had just sitting with some other cut files, and I backed it with a whole bunch of rainbow colors, kind of because this was rainbow in my picture. And I basically just did, with some Distress Oxides, just brushed on some color in a rainbow pattern on the background for my white cardstock. Added these paper-backed cut files, kind of going back and forth, because that's what the tilt-a-whirl does. It kind of throws you back and forth. So I kind of played off of that movement of the tilt-a-whirl. And then I did add some fussy cut clouds, and then I added some sequins here and there throughout all of the colors, added a title. I will add some journaling here later. And so this was a really fun layout to put together. But again, no process videos. If you have any questions on it, just leave me a comment down below. I did add some white splatters in the background as well to that white cardstock, just again to break up a little bit of that color that goes all the way down the page. So love this one. It was super fun. This one here is also no process video. It is for the scrap party. And so this one here, again, was playing with cut files. Backed the centers of the cut files with sequins, and the rest is backed with some vellum. And then I used a piece of Vicky Bouton paper. I have this picture of the pigs running at the fair, and the idea behind this one was the inspiration piece had actual pigs in the picture, and so that was mostly what I took my inspiration from, was the picture of the pigs. And I knew I had this picture of the pig run that they do, and so I thought it was fun to pull that out and create a layout with it, and I do love how it turned out. This one is very simple, not a ton of embellishing. I kept it really simple with just these florals and a few stars and a few word strips, and called it done. This is a piece of glitter paper here, as well as a piece of washi on white cardstock, just again to have something that would give me a nicer finished edge where these papers met. And so I like how this one turned out. This one here was for the challenge that was given to us from Sarah Scraps, and she had a book cover, and one of the things was you had to use the red and the yellow from the book cover, as well as add circles and bonus points if they were pink. So I have 4 circles, and then I think the other thing was to add 12 stars, I want to say. And so I have gone ahead and added 12. I think there's actually more than 12, but there's at least 12 stars onto the page. Added some white splatters to this one, and pulled in some black cardstock to back all of my different layers. These florals are all fussy cut from a piece of pattern paper, and this is a really fun, very different combination. I feel like I don't really scrap these colors together very often, but I really love the layout and how it turned out. So this was a really fun challenge to play with. Next one up, this one was for Christy's challenge, and she had a picture, and I pulled from the picture some of the colors, and then it was also a picture with food in it, and so I'm scrapbooking about everything being fried at the fair. And I basically just did a vertical design on a piece of pattern paper, not white cardstock, and kept everything sort of to the middle of the page and just had a cascade of embellishments that just went down the page and kept them really full. And there's tons of different layers to the embellishment clusters all the way down the page. I will add a little bit of journaling here. And yeah, this was a really, really fun one. This is also popped up, so it gives it a little bit of dimension on the page as well. And this again is a kind of fun combination. I don't do a lot of yellow, pink, and orange. So it was kind of different to pull out those colors and put them together on a page. And I do really like the end result, which was really fun. And I do have a little bit of stamping in the background. So it just peeks out here and there, so I'm really just using it as just a sort of a little detail that you kind of just see little peeks of it here and there. This layout here was for, oh goodness, Moira and someone, I forget who it was, I apologize, but it was for the Secret Not Secret Kit Club's party, and the challenge was to scrapbook, and it was like a recipe one, so you had to do all these different things, and one of them was to talk about something that didn't go as planned, I think was something like that, or something along that line. And so I'm documenting some photos from what would have been a romantic getaway. Not exactly. Turns out it wasn't a romantic getaway for just my husband and I. Turned out to be a family vacation because the kids ended up having to come with us at the last minute. And so, yeah, turned out to be not so the romantic getaway, but definitely one of the best family vacations we've ever had. So I guess you can't complain. That's pretty good. But it's really funny because the cabin we stayed in, it had like the heart tub in it. They had put like these little towel animals on the bed, and it had like a little flower and stuff, and yeah, it didn't turn out to be the romantic getaway, but overall we are super happy with the vacation, and so no complaints. We'll have a romantic getaway at some point, I'm sure. But this one here, lots of layers. I did add some texture paste, which is really hard to see. You can see it on camera. When I'm holding it down here and you're just looking at it overall, you can't really tell, but in person you can see the texture. It's just white, and then I tried to add a little bit of white over top of it, but it doesn't show up because of this background is already sort of a faux mixed media background. So everything just kind of blends in, but I like just the little added texture that it gives. And when you see it in person, you can tell there's something there, and you can rub your hand over it. These are all fussy cut pieces from actually, what collection? It's from one of those books. Let me see. It's from this one. No, not Mente. Well, it is Mente, but it is, let me see if I can find it really fast. Oh, where is it? I can never find anything. There it is. It is from this Mente book. Sorry about that. Took me a second. So I pulled one of the pages, which is this one. I pulled this and I just fussy cut this entire page, and then I used it to build the embellishment clusters on my page. And so basically this was my inspiration for this entire page. I pulled the colors and everything that I was going to use from the inspiration of this page, and so that's how I came up with the color scheme, and everything else that I used on this page was from this Mente cut apart booklet. So that was kind of fun. So again, no video for this, but if you have questions, just leave me a comment down below. Last but not least, this is the challenge that I did with Katie this month, and we did a challenge where we wanted you to pull out some black cardstock and use some mixed media to add some sparkle and shine. And I know it's hard to tell, it doesn't look like I added any mixed media or any sparkle and shine, but if I hold it up, and I'm hoping you can see it, but all of my little lights are all backed with that glitter texture paste. And so they all are super sparkly, and in real life you can totally see it. It really doesn't pick up well on camera, but I promise you, all of these, if you feel them, are all bumpy with the texture and the sparkle. And so I use that as my sparkle element, and I scrapped a picture of our Christmas tree. And everything else is just Christmas layout, just little supplies that I pulled from my stash that was for Christmas, and added some stars and some little stickers here. And I really love how it turned out. And I love, if you could see it in person, you could see how sparkly it is. It's super fun. And I use this really fun cut file. This is from Paige Evans. And so I love that cut file. I actually cut it twice. So it goes this way on one, and then this one here, I took a piece and made it come out this way, and then I took another piece, when I cut it, I took the other half and I put it down here. So it's a cut file cut twice. And that is going to do it for my layouts. I think there is a total of 26, and then like I said, there's a couple more that are going to come up tomorrow, and as well as the layouts that I created for my Killikit. So it was a busy month for sure. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. So yeah, 26 layouts. And like I said, you'll see the rest of them as we go through this week. And so with that, guys, I will catch you on the next one. I do, like I said, have videos coming up tomorrow, and I believe on April 1st as well. So be on the lookout for those, and I will catch you on the next one. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.